Hi everybody, WaxFraud here, and welcome to episode 13 of the Hardcore Minecraft Let's Play series. Today, as you can tell from the title, we are making a brand new resin farm. It's time to expand this thing right here. We need a lot more resin. But a few things to do first. I want to show you guys what we did in the last episode and a couple other things that we need to get done. We have finally managed to landscape this entire mountain. We brought it down about maybe 10 levels, and we have enough room for the melon and pumpkin farm and whatever's going to go over in this area. Behind the turtle sanctuary, thank you for watching the long play. If you did, we built a giant bridge that's leading from the back, so now we have a way to, to actually just walk up into there instead of fly. But this turtle sanctuary is enormous. Thank you guys for watching the last episode if you did. You can also arrive by boat down there, but I want to show you guys real fast what the turtles have been doing on the inside. Trying to use as many 1.21.4 blocks as I can. We have the resin with the acacia to lightning rod to end rod action over here, and the pale oak blocks. I just love the way all of these look, and so do the turtles. What's going on, guys? How are you doing? This is the interior of the turtle sanctuary. This was actually not built in the last episode. This was built over a couple YouTube streams, and thank you guys for showing up to those if you did. Also, shout out all of the new YouTube members that have joined the channel recently. You guys rock. Thank you so much. The upstairs area is actually just for some storage if I ever need it, but these turtles, they are just gathering around the giant turtle tunnel that actually leads down here, right over to the lake. If I swim out of the tunnel over this way, you can see all the turtles are enjoying themselves out here. Some of them have beached themselves all the way up there. To give a little bit more scale here, we can swim back. I mean, the turtles actually climbed all the way up there. Also, I'm super excited to show you guys, we recently started building a new coral reef right at the bottom. Right down here, we can jump down. Boom. We have a bunch of fish actually now, too. I thought it would be cool if this actually served as a source for the giant lake as well. We have water spouts coming out of the walls. And we have more turtles chilling on the lily pads over here. What's going on? Right here might be my favorite water spout, though, because we have a small waterfall that leads into a small river that goes right into the lake. But as usual, this thing took forever to build, and thank you guys for being here while we built it. Well, there are phantoms coming after me now. You know what we should do? Hold on, let's go down here. These guys right here, these creakings, these are going to be the guys that we... Ow, the phantoms! These are going to be the guys that we are... Ow, the creaking! These guys are absolutely insane, and this right here is the resin that I want. My new favorite thing about Minecraft is how the creaking will just chase you like this. It's amazing. It's absolutely hilarious, and I just can't believe these guys are in the game. This new resin is super cool as well. I love this stuff. And that is why we are making a farm today. So actually, here's a couple things that we need to do. I'm going to fly away real fast. Actually, you know what I should do is get some more rockets. And I need to bring some leads with me as well. When I was crossing in between the WaxFraud castle and the new turtle sanctuary over here, I noticed that the sniffers, they're actually gone. If I go down over the campsites here, where did these guys go? Who knows? Probably an enderman placed a block here and they escaped. It's the only logical explanation. There is a moss block here that was not here before, so now we have sniffers that I saw all the way up on this mountain. Here is escapee number one. What are you doing? And here's actually another moss block. Dude, these endermen are all over the place. Thank you for the torch flower seed, but we got Sniffy right here. Come on, bud. You're coming with me, bud. Come on this way. And our other escapee is over there on the side of the mountain, hopefully not over the cave, because that would be a little difficult. Alright, Sniffy, get on the pumpkin, get over here. Alright, we gotta get Sniffy up in here. Dude, you gotta get out of the way. You're so big I can't even see the fence I'm trying to break. These sniffers almost blend in with the environment. I didn't even notice this guy was on the side of the mountain up here. Just kinda hiding in the landscape all the way in the back. Alright, Hot Dog, you're coming with me, come on. These sniffers are so large, I can't get them through anything here. Got the last fence right here. Boom, Hot Dog and Sniffy are back in their home. This temporary torch flower seed farm has actually been doing pretty good work so far. Pretty soon we'll be getting a brand new farm for these guys out in the wide open space. There's plenty of room back here behind WaxFraud on this mountain and on this other mountain over here and in between on these valleys. Endless possibilities on the outskirts of the villages that we've been making. And before I forget, I'm gonna fly under the turtle sanctuary real quick because it's cool, but before I forget, I'm gonna go down here. We had a donkey that needed to be named, and you guys named him in the last episode. My favorite comment was Duncan the donkey. Duncan's pretty chill. Everybody meet Duncan. Duncan meet everybody. Next thing on the to-do list, I want to go down to the storage room real fast. I'm thinking I've been having the same set of armor for way too long now. I really do like these armor trims. I'm using the coast armor trim, and I'm also using the rib armor trim on my boots. But, you know, the redstone, it looks good, but I kind of want to change it to the resin and leave this current one on a shelf. Gonna start smelting some of that right now on my way to WaxFraud just to get a little bit of gunpowder. I think it's time we head back to the nether to get a little bit more ancient debris. Now with a little bit under a stack and a half made and all of the extra TNT right here, we should have plenty to get some ancient debris. Let's fly to the nether portal tree. I believe I have a couple of fire res potions chilling right... Oh my god, is there villagers stuck in with the cow? Clark, what are you doing with the cartographer? And Starsky is all the way over here by the nether portal tree now. What is going on? Why is everybody getting stuck over here? Let's put the hot boots on, grab a couple of fire potions, and we should be good to go. I'm going to put on my netherite chest plate as I go through. Well, I'm lucky that I have a spot that I know is pretty good. I've used it already. Actually, let's put the elytra back on to fly over. Gotta kill this ghast real quick. Get out of here. Give me your tears. Anyways, I have the old spot that I have down here that I can go back to. This delivered a lot of ancient debris. This cavern is enormous. Actually, sometimes there are ghasts that spawn down here, so I'm gonna get out of this area and just go down the hallway. We have absolutely destroyed the nether down here in the search for ancient debris, and we have quite a bit back home, but you know, it's always fun to go get more. Now we dig our 2x1. Then we lay down some TNT all the way back to where we started. Of course, I forgot a flint and steel, so you know what, let's just evaporate the water real fast. See you later. Let's see if I can grab a bucket of lava from here. Run back over real quick. I actually have a perfect little netherrack block right here to use, and boom, and I will step back until that thing catches on fire. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Oh no, it's actually moving. It's coming closer to... Okay, I gotta get out of here. Ow, how did that happen? It started from the other side. Oh my god, that was out! Well, there's an ancient debris right there. That was the most... That was so... I am so glad that I was not in that tunnel. No way. I guess some lava exploded it from the other side? That's just nuts. Absolutely nuts. I want to see if I can just do that, and then get this silk pick right here. And of course it went the wrong way, so now I need to climb into the lava to grab it. Get over here, buddy, and I don't even have room. There we go. Let's get out of this mess here. There is way too much lava. I am just still in shock that that happened. I can't believe that I could have died. Gotta be careful in the nether. Gotta be careful with TNT. Looks like we got a little lucky with a couple extra here at the end as well. Ooh, and one over there that I would have missed. Now let's make our way back home. I would like to get a new set of netherite armor so we can get some new resin armor trim. That was just so dangerous. I can't believe that. I think this should do right here. A couple stacks. Let's go ahead and get some of that smelted. And while that's smelting there, I'm going to take the mace real quick. I have actually never even attempted to enchant this mace, so let's take it to the enchantment table. All the way in the roof up here. Let's put this in. Boom and boom. And what can we get? Unbreaking 3? I think I'll take it. We have the ability to get these books from the library as well, but you know, I think it's kind of fun to put in the enchantment table. Never done that before, but I'll show you guys real quick what we have done with the second story of the library. This has been taken care of on the live streams. We have 4 brand new villagers up here. We have the Density 5 villager. What's going on, dude? We have Breach 4 from this guy right here. Loyalty 3 and Fire Protection 4 were 2 enchantments that I had completely forgotten to grab on the first floor. So now we have the second floor going in rotation. We have our Density 5 book right here. Let's get this in. Costs 5. Hold on. What can we do? Nope, can't do that. Guess we're gonna have to go with 5. And you know what we should do? Let's call it Macy. I'm gonna put Macy away real quick. I've actually already pre-set up the enchantment books here for everything that we need for the armor. That's why it's pretty convenient to have this whole library already set up for the past enchantments and the future ones. Almost forgot to throw on mending. You know what? We should just put some mending on there. 36 seems like enough scrap for right now. I need to get a bunch of gold too. Let's make some netherite ingots. We have 9. Now we go back to the basics and start making ourselves some brand new armor. We got a helmet, we got boots. Let's go ahead and get some pants. Got a chest plate right here. We are going back to day 1. Now to turn these bad boys into some netherite boots. We got some netherite leggings. We got some chest. Let's go. This is awesome. I always forget what the netherite gear looks like when it's unenchanted. That is awesome. It's almost like a grout fit. Now, I wanted to use a trim that we got from the trial chamber and use the new resin bricks. Oh, that helmet looks amazing. The boots look good. The leggings look good. So does the chest plate. You guys, I think resin trim is where it's at. Look at this. Now, this is where we start losing some of the levels here. Yeah, 32. Wait, hold on. Can we put that backwards? No, we cannot. 32 it is. Let's get some blast protection on that chest plate. Gotta get feather falling and everything else on the boots. And down to the leggings, which oh my god, it costs 12 and we only have 11. Let's see real quick, will we take any experience from the netherite scrap? That was perfect. Now we have barely enough to throw this in, boom and boom. right, we have a brand new set of armor. I love this. Finally, a brand new set of armor. Let's go. Well, now we need to think about where I want this armor stand to go. I could actually put it right here, but this is where some miscellaneous items have been going. I think what I might do is actually just take out this plant right here, put the armor stand right there, and start throwing everything on. Got the boots and the pants there too, and that is the old set of armor. I will use it if I ever want to. But for now, I think it's looking good with the orange. Speaking of orange, we need to start moving some of that resin farm right there, which means taking down this platform. I'm actually going to take these creaking hearts back. Probably need to make a couple more too. I only have a dozen on me right now. And I want this farm to be making a lot of resin pretty quickly because I'd love to make a resin castle in the future. Might take a while to gather all the materials, but it will be worth the wait. If we want to make more hearts though, we just have to turn these into blocks of resin and then take some of the pale oak logs and boom. It is as easy as that, but something a little bit more difficult is finding the exact spot I want to start building this resin farm. Might be cool to build it into the side of the mountain over here, but I'm thinking flat land actually makes more sense for a farm. Which is kind of leading me a little bit this direction. We have a lot of flat land out here. I could use this island, but after thinking about it a little bit more, I might save these small spaces in between the large builds for some gardens and fountains, but this side of the mountain right here, we could build a resin farm into the side of the mountain. I know I had just mentioned that we should use flat land, but what I'll do is probably landscape this out a little bit to make it a little bit more flat, and we could probably build the farm up about 10 blocks. I saw a few different tutorials that I liked, and I think I'm going to combine the designs actually, so I'm going to actually post all 3 of the links of the videos that I had watched, just to give you some reference of what I'm building. These villagers are always getting stuck on these campfires, dude. You got it. Come on, let's get up here. Why are you doing this? Only you can help yourself, buddy. You gotta stop doing that. Maybe I should just put a fence gate here. Nope, we're not focusing on that right now. That is just a distraction. We're gonna head over to this little plateau on the top of the mountain, and we're gonna start building a platform to build the resin farm. I think I'm gonna move over a couple blocks this way, and this is probably the height that I want to be at. Now, I'm not that great at redstone or really explaining it, which is why I had to watch a bunch of tutorials to even figure out how the resin farms worked. So I think what I'm going to do is probably just explain to you what I built after it's built. And boom, here is what we have so far. We actually have 2 sides that make it into 16 different creaking hearts that are going to be used to make some resin. They should all be able to be activated. Nice, they're all turning orange immediately. We have 2 separate water sources reaching the middle here, and I put some glowstone on each of the corners and down the middle just to give it a little bit of spunk. Let's put the last one in. Okay, so now 16 creakings. They should be spawning. We have integrated some of the sticky pistons and the observers right here. Anytime resin shows up on the sides of the pale oak logs, the observers are going to see it, and the sticky pistons are going to send them out, and then back in. All of the resin clumps are then going to get sent down to the middle and down to this section right here. I put some blocks of coal in there for now, and all of the resin clumps do get turned into resin bricks. I actually just sent some clumps that I already had right through here just so I could test it out. But when the nighttime falls, now that we have the creaking hearts in place, we should have no spawnable blocks except for right here, but I'm going to get that traded up with some of these stone slabs. Just got to cover up the pistons, the observers, the repeaters, and the redstone. I know the creaking will spawn up here, even if there's like a button or something, so I'm going to keep it slabbed right here. But just to prevent any clumping on the side, we're going to get some fencing in the middle and some buttons on the sides. Can put some stone buttons on the inside layer too. Platform back here is completely slabbed up. If we go over to this section, it should be all slabbed up. I'm just going to use this right here, and boom. I'm liking the skulk and the resin together. The oranges and the blues, they clash, but they look cool. Looks like the sun is going down over there behind WaxFraud, so the creakings are about to start spawning, and oh, looks like some of them already are right in there. Okay, perfect. Whoa, one of them spawned right here on the scaffolding. That's not very cool. So we got the scaffolding right there. That is taking away a little bit of what we... You know what? Let's do this real quick. I have an idea. If we take this down, is he going to fall all the way down? That was amazing. Now, just in case, I'm going to take away the shulker boxes, and I'm going to be working on some stuff around this build. I might need to take away the creaking hearts while we're working on the exterior of the build as well. These guys are looking crazy in here. So there's 15 of them in here, and then the 16th one is just down there somewhere. But if we turn around, they're all going to get to the same spot. Boom, boom, boom. These guys are all getting smacked up, and if we look into the furnace, what do we got? 15, 16... Oh, okay, there we go. It's already loading up. We have made ourselves a little bit of a resin farm now, so it's working. We just need to make it look nice. The amount of resin we're about to have is going to be insane. I'm just going to keep smacking these guys all... Okay, one of them smacked me. I'm going to have to make this a little bit safer. And this thing is already loading up stacks and stacks of clumps. This is a very well-working farm, I see. And honestly, it seems like we could scale it a little bit more. Like, we could put more on the other side. We have 16 creakings, though. This is making plenty. This is just never gonna get old. I love getting these resin blocks. Ooh, the sun's coming up, and they are all gone. It looks like we have... Okay, we have plenty of... I can't even see back into the storage. Hold up, let's see what we got up here. Just trying to climb down here to see what we got in the hoppers. Yeah, okay, that's the 5th hopper and the 6th hopper. It's all moving in. That is crazy. Looks like it doesn't smelt the resin bricks as fast as we get the clumps, so we can add more of the furnaces in. But hey, it feels good to have unlimited resin from now on. Now we need to start thinking about what materials we want to use to cover up this little resin farm right here that's perched up on the side of the mountain. We can't just leave it floating like this. I mean, the interior we will get done, but I would like to figure out, I think, maybe a circular tower. We used a bunch of stone and stone variants in the Armadillo Sanctuary and the Turtle Sanctuary, but, I mean, with Waxed we used a bunch of deep slate. We haven't necessarily used a bunch of bricks yet. To start the tower, I'm going to take a bunch of bricks, and then let's take a little bit of granite as well. Sometimes I've seen people use terracotta in with the bricks and the granite as well, so I think we could go into our terracotta storage and find some of that. So the build is about 24 blocks across. I'm thinking any circle bigger than that should work. So let's do like 25 or 27 blocks across. Let's go here, and I think it's a good spot. Let's get 7 across right here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and then 1, 1, 1. Again with 1, 2, back into 3, back into 7. I can actually hear all of the creaking spawning up there, and it looks like none of them spawned on the circle that I'm making right now, which is great. It means I built it barely high enough, so I should be safe down here for now while building. Hearing them all above me right now is just they sound so creepy. And now with the circle complete, we can start to add in all of the variations of blocks. Mainly brick, I think, is what we're going to use on the outside. And then we're going to coat it with some deep slate later on. But for right now, sticking to the red-colored blocks, I think this will work out just fine. If you guys want to see me build this tower, I'm probably going to do a lot of it at twitch.tv/WaxFraud. We got this guy coming up here now, trying to ruin the fun. Get out. But yeah, I'm going to do a lot of it live here on Twitch. It's going to be twitch.tv/WaxFraud. Thank you guys for joining. If you do, I'd stream pretty much every single morning. If you're looking for a fun place to hang out and a new community to join, feel free to hop on in. And a couple hours later, it puts us up about 2/3 of the way up. I'm very glad we get to do that live on stream. Thanks for joining, by the way. But we do run out of bricks every now and then, so I need to jump down. We have to go to the village. We have a bunch of masons down here we can trade with. Got one guy right here. Thank you very much. And a bunch more on this side of the village. I think we're back here as well. I do want to see real quick how many resin bricks have been made so far. We are covering this thing up, and actually I'm thinking about moving the storage right here over to the side so we can have more room. But all these guys are spawning here. Perfect timing. What's going on, fellas? How you doing? Time to make more clumpage. Furnace still going strong, and the double chest is almost halfway full. And before we go up a little bit too tall, I would like to dress the outside with some of the deep slate tile bricks. I think it would look good on the outside of all of the brick and the granite, but we gotta figure out where to start first, and I'm thinking on the corner right here. Then I'm gonna actually just bring it all the way over to the side with these 9 blocks and create the tower right down here. I'll start dressing this with some of the deep slate tile slabs, but I'm actually going to bring this all the way around the circle first. And we're back around finally. Okay, so once we take a look back, it should be popping. Yeah, these black rings around the red tower, it should be popping quite a bit. We're going to have to grab some extra scaffolding for the outside. This project is about to get a little bit extensive here. I don't know how detailed it's going to get on the outside, but I would like to get some slabbage drooping down. So just to have these droop down, we go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 maybe, 1, 2, and then 1. Not sure that's a drastic enough slope. With the blocks filled in the center, we could take this one out and take this out. Actually, let's just bring a ring of slab right there. Or we just put that there, put that back right there. I'm trying to make it seem as if there's a slab ribbon like reaching its way all the way around. Maybe it's gonna work, but only next to the pillars here. So we can go down 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 1. Cover this guy up right here. We can start to have this droop down as well. Okay, and so that's not too bad. The very top would be this spot in the middle, which I feel like we should put a deep slate tower in too. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 1. We bring this down a little bit more right here. Let's jump back. I feel like that should create a little bit of a ribbon effect. Okay, not bad. Let's actually make that go all the way around. And now with the arches going all the way around, it's hugging 360. This is actually looking pretty nice. I was going to put a circle on the bottom side as well, but I figured it would be nice to just keep it straight with the slabs. So every single arch comes to a point where it hits one of the deep slate tile walls. I thought it'd be cool to bring some nether bricks, some fences, some lightning rods, and some end rods into the mix. Get a lightning rod there. We'll get a chain, and then actually I need to get down one more. Right now I'm using the quartz as some temporary blocks. Boom. Alright, so that right there, not looking too bad. Now this is something else that will definitely have to get replicated all the way around just to get some sufficient lighting. Take a step back real quick, we just gotta make sure... Nice. Okay, so the end rods, they're very subtle, but they provide a lot of light to the corners. These are popping in all the way around with the wall to the lightning rod to the chain to the end rod action. And we've made 4 layers. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4. But if we fly up to the 5th one, I was thinking about making it a lighter color. So we have quartz right here, but now that I'm holding it in my hand and about to put it on the bricks, it does seem like it might be a little bit too shiny. So we have some other blocks that I thought we could use. This is all the blocks from the starter house. I'm going to use some diorite, polished diorite, some birch, and some of the calcite. Just need to raise this up about 14 blocks. Technically, it's 13.5 with that slab right there. But these 4 blocks always make a nice color palette. This right here seems tall enough, so I actually want to continue these little deep slate pillars right here. Well, they're not so little anymore, but let's keep going up. We'll cap this one off with a slab right here. Bring the deep slate all the way over to the middle part right here, and then we'll put a slab up in the center. Then we do the same thing with the pillar on the other side. We'll get the same type of lights added in here as well. Now for the final moment of truth. That is not too bad at all. I love how it... Okay, that is perfect. Now for this to go all the way around, same as the other parts of the brick circle, but I think now we can start a dome shape coming up from the top. That's right, even more circles are going to have to be made in even larger concentric areas. We're going to have to get the granite and the polished granite and the brick back out to bring it out even further. Start on a row like this right here and slowly make ourselves outward and upward. It's going to take a lot of figuring out, but we're going to be able to do it. I just want to see here. So we're going to have a little bit of a brick overhang. I like that. It doesn't necessarily need to be another color. Maybe we'll do some color stained glass. I was a little worried having the brick on the bottom part of the build and the top, but you know, I think it's going to work. The first ring I replaced with glowstone, and then actually for the next 6 rings, we just went out evenly with the brick and the granite and the polished granite, but I think we might need to start flattening it out instead of going up one more. So the next layer, let's just go out. Time to keep this a little bit more horizontal. Right now, the width of this circle is 47 blocks. We're going to make it maybe about 49 to 51, but it's going to go 9 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we got to go 2. Then we'll come back with 1 and then 2. Hop over to the other side and complete this to make it symmetrical. Alright, so that makes this just a little bit flatter. I'd also like to start making some arches as well. So if we go up here for a little bit, on the other end we could have an arch as well, but I mean, how far apart would these be? 1, 2, 3. We got one in the middle. I think 3 blocks actually is kind of nice. Try to bring this up here. I think maybe 4 or 5 blocks is as tall as I want them to go. Had to go back and get some stairs, and this tower is looking pretty sweet from the house. I think it ties this whole valley together. If you... Oh my... Oh, wow. Okay, this is awesome. I really love the white layer here that we put at the top, and we can... Oh, not far enough. Hold on a second. We almost made it, but boom, boom. That starts the arch right there and starts the arch right there. We just need to go out 1, 2, 3 more blocks right here. Let's build up again. This might get a little tricky, though. I don't want these stairs to connect necessarily right there, so we could just do a stairs right here and a stair right there. From the outside, this might look a little bit better. We'll have to figure that out, though. I just need to make sure all the arches look good from far away first. Honestly, the thing that I care about the most right now is how the build looks when I'm leaving the starter house. And we're almost as tall as WaxFraud over there. Well, I guess not anymore now that we're going to build a little AFK platform above the creeper farm, but I think we're going to be almost as tall. Almost started building in the wrong spot right there, too. You know, these don't look too bad. I think the center needs to be a little bit less straight, though. Let's just add some brick stairs, and I think that might be the final addition. Let's take a little bit of a flight out. Probably going to add a dome to the top of it that looks a little bit like the one on Armadilliopolis, but ooh, okay. Ooh, that kind of looks like the Colosseum. I had to make some of them 4 blocks wide and some of them 3 blocks wide in order to make it even, but nice. Okay, so I'm thinking about possibly adding some of the blue glass right behind it. Let's go grab some. And of course it's raining. It's always raining. I think if you go back and watch, it's been raining multiple times in every single episode. How much blue glass do we have? Oh, we have enough right now. We can make some more. I don't know why I'm gravitating towards the blue glass, but I'm actually going to use the light blue glass specifically. Let's get another stack right here. Still planning on making a storage for all of the dyes. And oh man, it's too dark. The phantoms are going to be out. It's time to sleep. I love flying up to this thing. Perfect circular rainbow over here as always. But let's go ahead and see what the light blue stained glass is going to look like behind the brick. It might be clashing colors, but it might look good. We might end up using the glass panes instead of the glass blocks, but we'll just see how this looks first. Anywhere there's stairs right above, I'm not going to put a column of the glass. I'm just going to put it all right behind. We're probably going to end up needing quite a bit more glass. Well, I mean, the sky is blue behind the blue glass, so you can't really see the difference right now. Maybe more at night. If you get behind it during the day, I mean, it looks a little bit cooler over here because you can just see it right here when we're up close. But, I mean, when the sky is behind it, I mean, it's basically the same color as the sky. Which is a pretty cool effect, so you know what? Blue glass it is all the way around. On top of all the arches, we just got a layer of glowstone to get it lit up in the ceiling, and then we're going to cover this up with some deep slate. Starting to look like we are standing on top of a giant donut. We have gotten a little bit far away from the resin farm all the way down there. We might need to do a little bit of redesigning. But first, we should just continue focusing on the exterior here. Those arches are looking fantastic right here. I think the deep slate going up under here is looking nice as well. Makes it seem like it has a little bit of support, and with the glowstone ring in the center and all of the end rods hanging down, there's plenty of light. And we have plenty of azaleas right now from landscaping that mountain over by the turtle sanctuary, so there's plenty of azaleas in here now too. This is definitely the first tower that I've made to this scale, and it's getting a little bit intimidating, but right now maybe we just need to focus on the dome. But ooh, right here, there's a couple of spots where we need to actually continue making the details creep up the side. We hop down here as well. We can take out the slab, boom and boom. I think the stairs moving into more stairs. Yeah, just 3 stairs in a row looks pretty nice. It may not look like much, but the deep slate is truly holding all of this build together. Very much unlike Waxsteros over there. But now at night and with the end rods up against it, you can see the blue stained glass is pretty nice. Now we can take down the scaffolding. This tower kind of created a little bit of a mob farm down here. Yeah, exactly. There's so much stuff that starts spawning around here. I brought some white stained glass with me. I have an entire shulker box filled up with it that we collected, but I'm gonna have to just start moving up right here. I know that the outer layer of this slab right here is 59 width, so this is going to be 57 all the way across, 55 all the way across, which means this is going to be 53. And for anyone that's wondering, I use the plots modeling generator to make domes and spheres. In the last hardcore series, I made a giant concrete rainbow sphere, but this is probably going to be the largest dome that I've ever created. Alright, perfect. So all the stained glass is in place. We have it 53 blocks all the way across. I feel like we just need to get some deep slate tiles. Let's go. Well, we have a slab of room right here. Maybe let's just go to this one. Just need to make some deep slate rings going all the way around. I feel like from far away, the 1 block ring is not going to look too large, so let's just add some slabs. These phantoms can just burn. I'm tired of fighting these guys. I'm going to sleep and let them burn. But now we can start working on getting some of the deep slate pillars in here. Let's get some of the slabs in between so this looks like it has more structural integrity. Now it looks like we have all of the rings set up around the dome base here, which is not too bad. This thing is looking pretty nice, especially with the sun setting over here. I guess anything's going to look pretty nice with the sunset. But let's hop back down. We have a little bit more glass to put on before we start moving up inward to create the dome. Honestly, we have a lot of glass to place right now, so this is probably something I'll do live on Twitch as well. Now we just need to start inching our way inward here. We'll go 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, and there we go. We're going to start making our way in. Sometimes this can be tedious, but a lot of the times this can just be nice and relaxing. Beautiful. 1 Twitch stream later, we finally have a dome up here. I think I'm going to start finishing the deep slate on the sides. Take out a slab and work our way to the top right here. I think we'll put some slabs on each of the blocks that are exposed. I don't want anything to be able to spawn here. We could also put some deep slate walls up here because then we could fix some lighting up here. Bring this deep slate all the way back down. And thanks again for showing up to all the live streams, guys. It's been really fun getting a lot of this busy work done live on the streams. The question is, are we going to put a line going up from the center? Actually, the center would be right here. Only one way to find out if this is going to be good. Let's just build up here and then move our way up diagonally. I'm going to run some slabs down just so it seems a little bit more connected. And then, I think, yeah, that's the last one. Okay, I mean, that's not gonna look too bad. Let's take a look. Actually, you know what? We should leave that. That fits in perfect. Time to fill in the rest of the corners. Also, sorry if you can hear some birds chirping. I tried to turn up the noise gate on the microphone. It's super warm out for the first time in a while, and I opened up the windows while I'm recording this episode, and it's just gorgeous out, so sorry if you hear the birds chirping. Unless you guys like that background noise. Anyways, they're pretty loud for me right now, but I tried to turn them down for you guys. Now we can close this off up here. This is where we're going to make another deep slate dome at the top to close it off. It'd be cool to have a little tower up here that we can fly into with a bubble elevator that goes down to the second layer, and then I'm for sure going to have to redesign the resin farm just at least a little bit. Man, I'm never going to be able to get over these sunsets beyond Waxteros, though. These are gorgeous. Fly up into the clouds, into the Borealis, turn around, and... oh, perfect. This dome has 8 rings around it. This is looking perfect. At least perfect enough for me right now. I think I'd like to maybe get a mixture of the slabs and some of the walls in, because we do have to get this lit up, otherwise all of these deep slate blocks are just basically a mob farm. Only one way to find out if anything looks good. Let's just start right here. We'll get a wall, and then we'll get another brick fence into a lightning rod, maybe, and then we'll go into an end rod. We've been using the lightning rods to hang all of the end rods, but I'm not sure if it would look good up here. It's possible we should just stick to the nether fence, but, I mean, only one way to find out. If it doesn't look good after this, we will just take them all back down, and we'll replace them. Got one more at the top, and this might look ridiculous. It might look like we're giving the dome a mohawk right here, but, I mean, it looks decent for now. Actually, that is pretty nice. You know what? Let's just sit on that for a moment. Maybe we could work on the lighting down below here as well. We need to open up these windows. I already started opening this up because I needed to fly in and out a little bit easier because flying up to the dome was getting a little difficult. But we could just open up this window and set it back a little bit so that I could have an indentation and get some copper lighting in here. Set it up so that there are for sure no areas for the creaking to spawn, which basically just means putting slabs and stairs everywhere. Slap a stair right here, some granite stairs right there, and then what do we have on the top? I guess we could just meet the window right here. And kind of like what we did in the Turtle Sanctuary and Armadillo Sanctuary, we're just going to bring the walls back by 1 where we just had it. Immediately it seems extremely dark right here just because we're getting covered up. And the shaders, it's kind of a facade. I mean, it's super dark. There's a lot of mob spawning. The Endermen have been doing a lot of work damaging the mountain now because I think they're just spawning because it's super dark down here now. So let's fly down real quick. I think I have some of the waxed copper bulbs in here with me right now. Yes, I do. I just closed the one window that I made to be able to get out of here, so now I have to fly through the dome again and fall all the way back down. Some of these copper bulbs I feel like would fit very well. We can just make a strip right here. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe we close it off with some stairs right there. Let's get some of the brick stairs on the bottom. Open this up for some copper bulbs to set right in the center. 1, 2, 3, and then we'll light these up. Take the lever back, and we'll put this temporary block out of the way, grab that brick. Let's see what we got. Hold on. Fly away real quick, and okay. Perfect. That's very simple, and you know what we could do is put some stairs in the corner. The circle might give it a little bit more character since everything else has kind of a straight edge, and nice. Okay, that's perfect. Now we just need to replicate this all the way around to make it symmetrical. Alright, you know what? We're going to stick with the lightning rods, and the windows, they're looking pretty good. All of the copper is just sitting pretty nicely with all the brick. It even looks decent in the diorite. It's nice to see some of the light down the center here. It looks pretty good. It's well lit everywhere, and this looks like a giant flashlight. We could get a beacon in the center. That would be pretty cool, but I think first we need to focus on this bottom area because this is the one thing that right now is not finished. At first, I thought the circle we're on would be large enough, and this is 45 blocks all the way across, but I don't think that's going to work, so we're going to have to go with the 63. Honestly, this is just much larger, but the plan is to bring this all the way down so that we have a giant tube on the bottom made out of stone. As long as it's about 1 to 2 blocks larger than the base, then it'll look like it has a lot of structural integrity. Good thing we still have a bunch of stone left over from building the Turtle Sanctuary. I am for sure going to have to light up under here, though. This is going to start to get very dark. You know what? Let's just do that now. No mob farm. No creepers here. No creepers over here. This is a pretty dark area. And right next to the beacon, no creepers over here. Only stone, no creepers, thank you. I decided to have all of the stone bricks cover up a cobbled deep slate wall with a little bit of the regular deep slate blocks hidden in there. But we need to bring this down. I'll get some of the stone brick walls right there. We need an arch to move its way up. I'm gonna go a block right there of space, and then we're gonna slab our way to the tippy top. There are a lot of zombies down there. Oh my god, I just fell. And there's a rogue spider up here. Get out of here, dude. This isn't looking too bad. It's pretty much angled the way that I want it all the way around, even on the side over here where it's pretty much straight. Actually, wait, we should get these in. Hold on, let's break these real fast. Let's get some slabs and some stairs. Let's clear this out of the way so we can look at the arch. It's not too bad. Get a stair right here and a stair right there, and that's a pretty nice arch. Hold on, let's take this down. Then we're gonna get the acacia fence into the lightning rod, into the chain, into the end rod. And this is gonna match the lighting that we have going up the tower pretty much all the way up top here. And of course, it's raining again while we're trying to build, but you know, this is not looking too bad. The middle arch right here is a little bit larger than on the sides, but this whole thing is coming together. This right here is kind of, it's inviting us to make a giant window or even a doorway. If we walk up this way, there's a path right next to the melon farm and the pumpkin patch over here. We can actually create a brand new path that walks us right up into this giant arched doorway. The build looks absolutely enormous from up here, and we could actually make this our new little base of operations. I'm probably gonna have to set up some shulker boxes right here. Start to landscape the sides a little bit, get the dirt out of the way. I don't really have an efficient way of getting up into the farm right now other than just using a bunch of rockets, so I feel like we might want to just take down parts of this wall and make a big door. Get a bunch of this stone out of the way. This donkey is always lurking in the shadows. Well, I guess right now he's in the sunlight, but this donkey is always watching us build. Okay, we brought it back a little bit, and this is a decent door right now. Just made a small indentation, and we'll probably replicate that all the way around, but I think we need to indent it even more, because we're going to bring it back just so we can enter in. I need an easy way to get in and out. So I'm going to make a 4-way tunnel that gets me to and from, and it's going to be just about that size. Actually, we can make this a little bit larger. Let's bring this here, this, boom, 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 all the way down, and then we can get the stairs right here and here. That's a little better. Gonna have to dig out a 5x7 tunnel and then meet in the middle. This seems like it'd be somewhere in the middle. I'm trying to make enough space to get a nice comfortable bubble elevator up to the top. And I hear zombies, and here's a cave. There's probably zombies back here. What's going on, dude? He's just holding on to an egg. He never was gonna despawn. Get out of here. Before I started decorating the tunnel with some more deep slate variants and kind of some darker blocks, I was taking a look at the arch up here. I kind of want to change it, so I'm actually going to break these stairs on the end, take it down by one more block on the sides, and then we're going to replace the stairs with the walls. And then I was thinking actually it'd be kind of nice if we added some of the end rods a little bit closer. That way we could just have a little bit more light and continue the theme on down towards the bottom. And now on the inside of the tunnel comes the polished deep slate. There's a couple blocks that I've been starting to use as flooring. Like, I really do like using the smithing table. This is really nice. But I was thinking it would be kind of cool also to use some of the looms down the side. And maybe some of the orange stained glass over the glowstone to symbolize that you're on your way to the resin farm. I feel like so we can have a safe working environment, though we should just close this off. We don't need any intruders, and I mean specifically creepers. Let's put this guy down right here, and then close all these. Let's see what that looks like from the outs. Oh, hold on. Whoa, boom, and you know what? Not too bad. I think it'd be kind of cool if we actually took out some of the trapdoors, replaced them with some stairs right here, and then put some walls under them just so that it would look a little bit nicer. I feel like we'll make some more edits along the way, but the entrance is coming along nicely. Now for this daunting hallway, we just got to get all these blocks out of the way and just make it look a little bit nicer. Something about these observers right here too, I love using these on the side. And with about 4 to 5 hours work, you can have a little bit of structure with none of the stone exposed anymore. I'm leaving the kelp in the bubble elevator for right now, just letting it grow up slowly because I don't want to take it out. I'm not really using the bubble elevator yet. Still need to take this thing down, and these guys are still spawning in here. You know what? I left a spawnable block right here, and they're not even... They're choosing to not spawn in there. They want to be in here. These guys are absolutely insane. They are just completely wacky. Look at them. I mean, we had to turn all of the resin brick into resin bricks, and so we have stacks on stacks, and we still have a bunch. but we're going to have to raise the floor up about 10 more blocks, and then I'm going to take the farm down and move it to the sides and have the water system move towards the center. This is not very symmetrical in here, and it looks kind of strange. Also, we're going to have to get some bubble elevator on the sides going all the way up to the dome. Sometimes it's nice to just talk out loud to be able to plan everything. There's a couple of things I wanted to add in this hallway still, though. I know if you look outside right here, you can see the acacia wood, so let's hop back in, let's take this out, and let's add a note block. Figured that could be pretty nice right there. And then on the bottom of these acacia logs, I'm putting some black stone buttons. Figured on top of the looms, we could set down some grindstones, and then on top of the grindstones, I was thinking we could just get potted plants with pretty much any type of plant variety we want in here. But walking into this room, it really just feels like you're about to teleport straight up, and that was kind of the point. I don't really want too much for decoration. The walls are just going to take you right up. Also, it was really cool being able to use Sculk on the floors and all the way up the sides. Sculk is always nice, and when I have enough of it, I'm trying to use as much of it as I can. In one of these next few episodes, I will be going to that ancient city, though, because we got to get some Swift Sneak. The observers on the side are making the walls pop, and the hallway's not looking too bad. If we hop out this way, we can see the lighting here. I think I want to add 2 more. Let's head back up to the top. I think if we put one right here and on the other side, on the stone, we're going to follow the theme with the acacia into the lightning rods, into the chains, into the end rod. Love that. Now we got light all over the build. Let's take this out, and okay, that looks pretty cool. You can see we started lighting up the roof a little bit as well. I was working with some ideas. I don't know what's going to look good. I think I do want the end rod spikes, but I tried the potted plants in here. It didn't really look good. We could try some grindstones and see if this looks good. I added some extra slabs on top so that the walls weren't floating. I just thought that would look weird. Grindstones don't look too bad, especially with the flower pots on them. It gives them a little bit more texture. For the edge here, I think I'm only going to do end rods like this just because we have an even amount, so it would look odd if we had one of the plants on the end. Let's get some more of these down here. Gotta add more slabbage where there's some space. I want to be able to have enough lighting in here so that we don't have to rely on torches on the roof anymore, so hopefully some of these waxed copper bulbs can look good. Maybe if we take some of these corners out right here and replace them with some of the copper bulbs. I mean, that looks okay. You're never gonna know what it looks like until you try, so we'll just put it all here and then we'll fly out and see what it looks like. Can't put it on this level because that's where the slabs are, so we could just skip a level. Boom, take you out. Oh, hold on. Boom. Took out all the corners. There we go. Okay, this has got to look better than it did with the torches at least. And okay, you know what? That's pretty nice. We just got to get that replicated all the way around. And I mean, how's this going to compare to the top here? We have the dome completed. What if we made an even smaller dome on top of the big dome? Again, the only way to find out is to actually give it a shot. Let's see here. Let's just build up like 5 blocks. Maybe before we go up, it would be kind of a nice idea to cover the sides here with some slabbage, kind of give it a nice gradual incline. So now, kind of like how we did with the bricks down below, we'll make the slabs move outward just a bit before we make a dome. But I don't know if this top one's going to be glass. We could make another dome, but maybe out of bricks. And now that we have about 17 blocks worth of a circle right here, I started placing some of the brick and some of the granite in. We're going to get a little bit of a brick dome going. This thing is so big, anytime we make a new addition, we have to fly away just to see what it looks like. And this is great. I love the top. We now have a dome on top of the dome. And we can drop in from the top right here. I added some flowering azaleas just to give it a little bit of pizzazz. And we can drop in here. I'll show you the brand new symmetrical farm. You can see it from the top here. I tried to make it as symmetrical as possible, and these are going to actually become the bubble columns to and from. I don't know if these creaking can spawn within the bubble columns, but we'll find out, because they can spawn on scaffolding, and they can spawn on the shulkers. One thing I meant to do was oh, you can hear them spawning in, but oh man, yep, there's a bunch of them. I was actually going to take all of these out, because I'm pretty sure this is activated by the redstone, and it's getting kind of loud. The trapdoor over and over like this is just like, it just gets a little annoying. At first, I kind of thought it would be nice to use this for aesthetic purposes, but nope, the trapdoor's gotta go. So this right here is actually my brand new version of a compact creaking farm. There are 32 creaking hearts in here. It's the same thing that we just had, but we actually replicated it, and we have the first level down on the ends on both sides, and then we brought the second layer up by just 1 block. That way, all of the resin can still fall into the center, and I don't know, I just figured it would be nice to have 32 creakings instead of 16. We do not have the bubble columns set up yet, so I'll actually just fly out this way. Ooh, hold on. We need to fly out, and I'll show you guys the way that we've been entering. So arriving to the front door, we can walk in. We're still doing a little bit of work on this area, but I'm still just loving how it kind of just gives you the feeling that it's teleporting you straight up, especially when you are using the bubble columns. And when we get up to the top, boom, we have creakings everywhere in here now. And there are 32 of them, so it is kind of crazy here. There's so many behind me right now. But yeah, now we finally have a bunch of resin to be able to make. Give me the clumps. Get the clumpage here right now. Ooh, actually, you know what? I still hear the trapdoors, which means I think I need to take out some of the trapdoors from the center. Oh my god, if I go to the storage room, they are just all following it. Get away. But I'm gonna go to the storage room. I have 2 entrances to the side. This is where the bubble columns are gonna be over here. But I need to jump up. I believe it's these trapdoors on the bottom. What if I just break these? I'm gonna have to take these out of the hopper system. They're gonna get the furnace clogged up. But at least they're gone now. That trapdoor noise was getting kind of old. Let's fly back down. I'm pretty sure that trapdoor noise should be gone. Let's give these guys a good smack in. Hold on. Get over here. Okay, yeah, I do not hear the trapdoors anymore, so we should be good. But let me tell you, 32 creakings gets you resin very, very fast. This is nuts. If we already have this many resin bricks, and we already have a bunch of the resin brick being made right now, it's just insane. I am thinking, let's just use the same blocks that we were using on the wall. And, whoa, you can hear them all despawning now that the sun's coming back. But let's use the same blocks as the walls. Let's get the brick and the granite and the polished granite. This tower is so big, we're never going to stop building vertically. We are almost at the level. I think, honestly, on this level, I'm probably going to use mostly brick when we build around. I don't really see myself using any other type of block except for brick up here. I'm glad we got it looking symmetrical. It was looking strange when it was only in the corner, so I'm glad we were able to fit 32 creaking hearts. And you could just stack this up all the way, but, I mean, 32 is plenty. And after one solid long play, we got the entire floor done right here. It took me about 2 hours to complete all of this, and I'm glad we did. What used to be a giant opening is now a very detailed floor. I used a bunch of different blocks. We have the blackstone into the diorite with the amethyst and the copper grates with the chiseled bookshelves as well. You can watch this video in a few days. It's coming out just a couple of days actually after this video comes out right here. It's nice that we have a setup here with some of the chests. We have some storage now and a bed here with one little slab and all of the note blocks under the glowstone. I feel like that really made it pop too. But this is actually where we come up from, and if we go this way all the way over here, this is where we get down into. I need to show you the storage room real quick. This is actually just a little hallway that takes you to and from the storage room. It's actually the same thing on the other side. This is where you go up. And you actually might be able to tell that the observers are pointing up over here, and they're pointing down on this side. But the storage is pretty cool. We have some of the copper grates that are starting to oxidize fully up against the sculk. That looks pretty decent. And all of the chests are set up here, finally looking good. The open eye blossom, well, one of them's open, but the other one is not. That doesn't really make sense. But the only thing that is not complete is what is going in the item frame. So I feel like we need to go back to the storage room to get those. Walking through the path, we finally have some planted cherry trees and oak trees. This path is looking nice and cozy. I believe I took a lot of the resin blocks from the storage room already, but we might as well clear this out. Let's take that. Wait, no, hold on. Let's take that and that. Yep, taking all you guys. As we're flying back, you might notice the giant stream of light coming from the tippy top, and that's because we actually fastened a beacon coming right from the center. I said I was going to do it, and we did it. So if you go into the very top room, now under the brick dome is an emerald beacon. Always in here at all times. Right now we're using haste 2, but we might use healing. I feel like that's just going to be a little bit better. It also looks pretty cool under the beacon as well from the ceiling, and now we can hop down into this floor. Boom, and hop down. Went to the wrong side. Now we can hop down. And now comes for the final part here. Actually, let's get some of the chiseled blocks right here. We can actually get the wall and the slabs, and then we can get the regular bricks right here. Then we can load up the resin brick, the resin clump, and the block of resin in those, and we actually have one extra space. Of course, it goes to the stair. My apologies, stair. How could I forget you? But now we can get everything else put away. We get the wall right there, and bam, we have got a complete farm here. This is perfect. I love the night sky feeling of all the sculk, and we finally have unlimited resin. Look at all this. It's kind of funny how I have the bed in here because the creakings spawn at night as well, and as soon as they spawn, it's going to render the bed useless, basically. I love how earlier I said I was going to pretty much use only brick up here, and then I ended up not really doing that at all. But the sun is about to set, and ooh, the castle looks pretty cool right here through the glass, but let's head down. Time to get a little bit more resin. Thank you all so much for watching this episode. I appreciate all the new channel members and all the continued channel memberships. You guys rock. I should let you know that anybody that is a channel member, a Twitch subscriber, or a paid Patreon supporter, you guys have access to the community server. It's called the Wax SMP, and there's more information in the Discord. If you want to join, feel free to join. But again, guys, thank you so much for watching. You guys rock. Thank you so much for all the support. It feels so great to have a working resin farm, and this thing is pretty efficient. I cannot wait to get the next massive structure built into this world. It's been super fun. Thanks again for watching. Make sure to take care of yourselves, do something nice for somebody, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!